Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I am Velma and this is Velma's Essence. I've started collecting fragrances now for about a year and a half, and for these particular fragrances that I'm going to share with you today, these are blind buys and YouTube made me do it. I love watching my favorite YouTubers out there, and I love to hear what they have to say and how they review different fragrances and how they talk about the experiences and memories that these certain fragrances create for them. Well, these particular fragrances were strictly bought based off of reviews that I have watched here on YouTube. And some of them, I think most of them are hits. Most of them are hits. There may be a miss or two, and I'm on the fence, particularly about one of them. So today's video, I'm just going to share with you a few of them that I have purchased over the last couple of months, and why I did so. The more information I can provide you, the better I can help you if you are trying to decide whether or not to purchase particular fragrances that you see reviewed on YouTube. And for me, the more information I have with regard to notes, more information that I have regard to the way a fragrance smells, the way when is best time to use a particular fragrance, that helps me to decide whether I want to purchase it or not. I am not always able to sample particular fragrances or get to the store to try them out on my own. And so a lot of shopping that I do is online. And especially where I live, it's really hard to make it into, let's say, a perfumery, a mall, whatever it is, when I'm trying to look for fragrances. And so for me, blind buys are a lot of how I purchase everything, right? I purchase my clothes online. I do not try things on in the store. I am an online shopper through and through. And when it comes to fragrances, it can be pretty expensive. It can be pretty pricey. And so what I'm going to try to do for you is just provide you with as much information that I can, and then use my resources to help you understand what the fragrances are, how they can be used, and when they are best suited for the time of year. And then tell you how I felt about them once I had them, and then when I used them. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So on Velma's Essence, my channel here, I do mostly fragrance reviews. I may throw in a vlog or so every now and then, but as you can tell right now, my channel is just growing. So I would appreciate if you are a fragrance lover, if you are a fragrance collector, consider subscribing to my channel, consider commenting in the chats, and follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified when I put out new videos for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So my first fragrance that YouTube made me buy, and I say so because they do such a good job. So many of my favorite YouTubers out there that I watch, just they do such a good job, and they make me want to purchase more, and it really gets my bank account in trouble, right? I have decided that I'm just gonna go with it, and I try to live with everything in moderation, right? Still enjoying life, but trying to enjoy a little bit more, especially with what's happened over the last couple of years. So this fragrance here is Elie Saab, and it is Rose Couture. Elie Saab Rose Couture. And the way in which this particular YouTube described this fragrance, it just sounded so lovely. It just sounded so beautiful. The bottle was gorgeous. I had to get my hands on it, and I fell and I couldn't get up, and I went in and I decided to get it. And let me tell you, this is definitely Rose Couture, right? The main accords, rose, floral, fresh. It's sweet, it's fruity, it's white floral, But what makes this beautifully combined with all of those other main accords that makes this unique and creamy and beautifully scented, that creates this romantic nature behind it, is the caramel, is the patchouli, and is the vanilla. Those combinations of main accords in this fragrance drives me nuts. Like, I absolutely love this fragrance. It is beautiful. So yes, if you can't tell, this one was a hit for me. Now, the original Elie Saab, I know so many are team Elie Saab, Le Parfum, the original. I have it, and YouTube made me get it because I don't really care for that one as much. I'm keeping it to try it in a different season. I don't know for sure if I'm going to let it go. But this one is a keeper. This one I love. So for those of you who are over and done with rose fragrances, don't be. Because this one is elegant. This one is pretty. This one is feminine. This one is delicate. There's just something about this particular fragrance that is creamy, and it's fresh, and it's subtle, yet still rose forward, but in a good way, a modern way, not an old, mature way. And that's what I love about it so much. This one can be used primarily in spring and summer, but depending on where you live, you may be able to use it milder days. Maybe your fall isn't as cold as some areas where you live. Yes, this is primarily for the daytime. Let's say you're going out to brunch, you're going to church, you're hanging out with the girlfriends during a lunch date. That's where I would see that you would wear this fragrance. Maybe a bridal shower, baby shower. So this one was a hit for me. But I'd have to tell you, my favorite time to wear this is at bedtime. After I get out of the shower, I spray a couple of spritzes on, and this sits on my nightstand. It's just something about it that brings me peace, it brings me calm, and it brings me a beautiful feeling. Like, I just feel beautiful when I wear this. And that's lovely when a fragrance can make that happen for you. In the top notes, you're gonna have rose and peony, orange blossom and bergamot. You're going to have rose, lychee. Oh, that's where okay. So the lychee and the vanilla is where I get the creaminess from. Those are the middle notes with jasmine and peach. Peach provides that fruity, citrus, beautiful, and still creamy as well. And in the base notes, the caramel, patchouli, and sandalwood finish it off. It is a gorgeous fragrance by Elie Saab. This one here was a hit for me. I won't be without it. I haven't put that much of a dent in it, but if you look at it, the juice is this lightly pink, gorgeous color, and the bottle is beautiful. It's high quality, and Francis Kirkendron is the one who created it. The one, the only who's created Baccarat Rouge. Yes. He is a perfumer behind this Elie Saab Rose Couture, and you've got to get your hands on it. If you love that rose, but you want it creamy and subtle and juicy, this is it. This is it. So give it a try, Elie Saab Rose Couture. All right. The next one I want to talk to you about that is straight up YouTube. I was listening to one of my favorites, and she was talking about this vanilla bourbon fragrance that sounded so absolutely yummy. I needed to try it. And it wasn't a splurge. Those of you who know this fragrance, and if you follow a lot of YouTubers, this is MixBar Vanilla Bourbon. You can find it at Target for $19. And let me tell you, it does not smell like you only paid $19 for it. It smells luxurious. It smells high quality. It lasts like it is a high quality, expensive fragrance. You cannot go wrong with this one. This is a beautiful vanilla, woody, powdery, sweet fragrance. Let's go ahead and spray it and see my reaction. Okay. All right. Okay. Another hit for me. I so love her recommendation. Thank you, Stephanie. Because this is beautiful. It is, and this is where you don't have to spend a ton of money on a fragrance for it to be good, for it to be high quality, for it to be well blended and put together. Don't steer away from inexpensive fragrances just because of the price. I'm telling you, I have spent some of my hard-earned money on some expensive fragrances, and they have not always been my favorite. This one is yummy. This one is creamy. This one is comforting. And this one is cozy. Okay, let's talk about the notes. It's just very simplistic and pure. Madagascar vanilla, oak, black pepper, jasmine, and apple blossom. I wouldn't say it's apple pie in a bottle, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close to that creamy deliciousness. This is so good. This is so, so good. I'm actually very curious to try the other selections and that MixBar has. So if you have tried the rest of the collection of MixBar, please comment below which ones I should try. I'm willing to try them all. At this price point, you can't go wrong. 1.7 fluid ounces for an eau de parfum for 19 bucks at Target. Who's not always at Target? I know this teacher is. This teacher is always at Target. So anyway, let me know your favorite. YouTube made me do it, and I'm so glad they did. Vanilla Bourbon Eau de Parfum number 9. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Woo! Okay, I'm getting excited. I'm sorry. I'm addicted to fragrances, and I absolutely love doing blind buys. I don't know. I know it's crazy. A lot of people are like, no way. I've got to try it on. I've got to smell it. I've got to wear it. Not me. To me, it's about the surprise element to it. To me, it's about getting it, delivered to my doorstep, and I feel like it's Christmas all over again, or my birthday, and I open up the package, I see how it's wrapped, then I see the goodies that are involved in it, and then the element of surprise is gone when I get to spray it and wear it for myself. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but I still love the journey. I still love the process. And so I don't think I'll ever change. I don't know. Okay, so enough talking. That's just me. Sorry, I'm rambling here. But that's just what I get from this experience. I absolutely love the blind buys. I love the curiosity that it creates. I love the anticipation that it draws in. I'm just really excited when my shipment comes in, and my dogs go crazy with the delivery truck. I just do. Okay, this one here came out recently, and this one is Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid. And you have to, those Flowerbomb haters, don't be such haters, because it is a gorgeous fragrance. Flowerbomb, the original, is one of my all-time very favorites, and my husband absolutely loves it on me. This one here is the flanker, and it is Ruby Orchid. It is absolutely gorgeous. Look how cute this bottle is, and the juice is just as good. So another hit for me. YouTube made me do it. I couldn't stop seeing all of the pictures posted on Instagram. All of my favorites, Yanni and all my favorites who are on there, who are posting. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about why I think it's so beautiful. The main accords in this particular fragrance are vanilla, sweet, powdery, floral, fruity, lactonic, and green. I smell the floral. It is a beautiful floral, but what I love about this, it has that creaminess from the vanilla and the sweetness and subtlety. This is playful. This is sweet. This is flirty. This is definitely flirty. Like, I can see if you want to have a date and be playful with your significant other, this is what I would wear. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. If you haven't gotten yourselves a bottle and it's sold out at Sephora or it's sold out at your favorite store, go to the website. This is where I ordered mine. I ordered it straight from Victor and Rolf. And what I loved about it is they had some offers to where if you bought a couple of fragrances, they would throw in either a body product or they would throw in some other samples for you to try. And that is how I was able to get some things for my husband. Spice Bomb, if you haven't tried that, oh, it's good for your man. Okay, so what I love about this one as well, this one is a signature scent. It can be used at any time of season, any time of day. You can take it to date and night. It's just beautiful. Okay, this is considered a floral, fruity gourmand. Okay, I smell the sweetness. I smell the vanilla, and it's lightly powdery. It's not that what people think of, oh my goodness, I smell like baby powder. No, not at all. This is a soft, creamy, subtle, powdery freshness and fruitiness to it. Okay, so your top notes are peach and vine. Your middle note, that's what it is. It's orchid. That is a beautiful floral. And then in your base notes, you have vanilla bean. Okay, this is Flowerbomb Ruby Orchid. If you haven't tried it, get yourselves a bottle. Get your hands on this one. I promise you it will be a hit in your collection. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So if anyone follows, and I didn't know of her, I know every one of you who knows Alithia Marie. Hi, Alithia, you're amazing. Okay, so Alithia was posting on her Instagram of her watching another YouTuber. And she's like, why do I do this? I just want to buy some more and more fragrances, even though I tell myself that I'm not going to do it this month, right? She was going to stop herself and she was just going to shop her stash and she was just going to visit and enjoy the fragrances that she already has because she has a pretty amazing collection. Well, she was watching Angie Ng. And if you've watched her on Instagram, she is this gorgeous, beautiful bodied woman. Her makeup is always amazing. She is a fit queen, amazing body. She decided to do, as a request from her followers and her viewers on YouTube, a most complimented her favorite fragrances. And so YouTube made me buy this one. This one was recommended highly by Angie Ng. And I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. This is Flora by Gucci. Flora by Gucci. After she described it, and I'll see if I can either tag her or link her video, the way she described this, it's no joke. I opened up a new tab. I searched it immediately. I found where I could get it and I put it in my cart and I pushed checkout. Like the way she described it, how she talked about it, I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. I fell hard, and I'm so glad I did. This is a high quality fragrance. It's long lasting. It's beautiful. It's fresh. It's crisp. It's clean. There is absolutely nothing wrong about this fragrance. I can't say anything wrong about this fragrance. I am so glad it is in my collection. And look how gorgeous this bottle is. It's got Gucci up at the top. It's got Gucci here on the round. And then look how beautiful. Now, Let me tell you, this is a way, and I'm sure you know, but this is a tip if you don't know. I always look for sellers that I trust. And if I trust the seller, I look to see if they have a tester in stock. Now, I will only buy testers in stock if they come with the cap, because I love visuals, I love aesthetics. This is a gorgeous bottle. I don't want it sitting on my tray without the top. That's just me. So I always look for testers that come with the cap. And the reason why I do that is because it saves you money. It is authentic product. There's nothing different about it from the original. It is exactly what it is. It just doesn't come in the decorative box as it would be sold in stores in the display case. And I know this because I am a former fragrance model. I worked for fragrance companies while I was going through college, and I was in charge of a warehouse or a storage unit where we would keep our fragrances. And then I was in charge of creating those displays and the cases and putting together those packages that you see with the shrink wrap. That's what I did as a part of being the coordinator for the fragrance company I worked for. And so these testers are so good. There's nothing wrong with them. Okay, I don't need the decorative box. I don't. I'm just going to recycle it. So why not save me a few bucks, still get the bottle, and I have the juice to enjoy. This one here, I'll stop my rant. Sorry, I've gone on and on, but I'm just trying to help you. And I'm just trying to share my joy of this fragrance with you. This is Flora by Gucci. Okay, let's talk about it. It is a citrus floral, white floral, and it's crisp, it's clean. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorite blind buys ever. And it is backup bottle worthy, because I do believe it is a discontinued product. I am not exactly sure. I will have to double check on that. Maybe I'm misspeaking at the moment. But I do believe it has been discontinued. This is the eau de toilette, but the quality is still there. The quality and the longevity, I get sillage. Like when I'm wearing it, and it's so cute. My daughters will tell me, Mom, you're wearing that one again? And I was like, I can't resist. I absolutely love it. It just brings joy to me. Top notes are peony, citruses, mandarin orange, osmanthus and rose in the middle. And in the base notes, you have sandalwood, pink pepper, and patchouli. But the pink pepper and the patchouli are done right. They are done right in this one. It is gorgeous. Let me see when this particular fragrance came out. And I've been missing it for so long. This came out in 2009. 2009. Get it? Grab yourself a bottle. Grab yourself a backup. You won't go wrong if you love those fragrances. Yes, primarily for daytime, springtime, light, but I love it during transition. Let's say you're transitioning from winter to spring, or when you're transitioning from summer to fall. You need those fragrances, and this is one of them. Flora by Gucci, Eau de Toilette, my particular version. I've heard great things about the Eau de Parfum. This one does just right. All right, let's move on to my last one. My last one for this particular one of YouTube made me do it. All of my favorites that I have followed. And I've listened and I've learned. And there's some that, I don't know. There's some that I'm not quite sure about. And I saved this one for last because this is probably going to get an unpopular review from me, because a lot of people love this fragrance and they are so sure about this fragrance and convincing, and I don't think they do it. They're not doing it intentionally like, oh my gosh, you've got to get this, and they're not being honest about it. I mean, that's their true opinion, and that's why I love fragrances, because they are subjective. These are just my opinion, and I trust the the people that I watch, and I love their professionalism, and I love how they are able to entertain me and escape from my world, right? We all need that at times. So for this one, Oriana, I purchased it because YouTube made me do it. The main accords are sweet citrus, white floral, fruity, powdery, musky, and vanilla. Now, I don't know if I want to keep this for $350 just to look at the bottle. The bottle is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm a pink girl. I absolutely love pink. This is gorgeous. This is beautiful. But I'm on the fence. Comment in my comment section and tell me how you feel about Oriana. I want to keep her because I don't know if my thoughts about her will change. I don't know if I will get there, right? It's kind of like that guy that you're kind of attracted to, or that girl that you're attracted to, and you know you have an interest. You know there's something there, but you don't know if you can fully get there. That's how I feel about Oriana. I don't know if I can fully get there with her. I really don't. Okay, so in the top notes, you have mandarin orange, grapefruit, bergamot. Love all of them. Orange blossom, raspberry, black currant. Love that too. In the base notes, how can you not love marshmallow, whipped cream? This is where it might get me. And maybe in these last two base notes where I'm thinking not quite the combination that blends it just right. It's musk and ambrette. Okay? So I think those last two base notes is what's throwing this off for me. There's something about it that sits, and it could just be the way it sits on my skin. It could be beautifully smelling on everyone else, and that's what's unique to fragrances. It changes with your body chemistry, you're with your pH. Ooh, wait a minute. It's changed. It's changed. I've had this bottle for maybe a month. It's changed since I originally got it. So you know fragrances can do that over time after you spray it for the first time. It oxygenates, right? I don't know. There's something about it. I don't know about you, but when there's something about public bathrooms. You know that air freshener that sprays out in the middle of the bathroom to kind of make it fresh again? It's giving me that vibe, and I don't want to have that vision or that idea when I smell it. And I'm not trying to insult this fragrance at all. I have 3 or 4 Parfum de Marly's, and they're high quality. I love them. I love the other ones that I have. I'm just not sure about this one. Tell me what you think. And I leave this collection at that. YouTube made me do it. All of them were hits for me. They were blind buys, and I'm so grateful to all of my YouTube community friends who are out there doing what you do, because you bring me joy and you bring me happiness and you bring me all of these beautiful scents into my home. And I absolutely love you, and I love what you do. All right, everyone, that wraps it up for me today. Tell me what you think. If I was completely off base and wrong, tell me why you love these fragrances or hate them, or maybe you haven't tried them before. Share with me what you think. All right, so I will see you back in my next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.